Hey, what's up guys? Andrew here from Cinema, and I told you in my last video that I would have a special video, something that I had never really done before. Basically what that is, if you haven't checked out the title of this video, we're going to be talking about basically girls of all things and just some things that we've observed over our high school years. We graduated together a few months ago, getting ready for college, whatnot, so you guys know who I am. This is my friend Patrick.
What's up?
So basically, we're just going to be talking about girls, like I said, and this video is going to be especially for guys who can probably relate to what we're going to be talking about, and hopefully we stay on topic, so let's get into it.
Okay, but first off, we gotta say, to any women who are watching this, this is not to hate on you girls or anything. We're just giving our point of view from 4 years of experience and just reflecting on what our single points of views. There are many others out there, so don't get angry, and maybe you can get an insight into what your actions, what their impact on us guys are, as the 4 years of high school. So yeah, with that in mind, this video isn't to be a hate thing. Guys, girls, we're not all perfect. Transvestites.
Just some of these things we're going to be talking about can apply to some people, could be a combination, but it's not, we're not describing a single girl as just what they are. So the first thing that we're going to talk about that we think has really, changed or whatnot is girls in relationships are kind of taking over the guy role. Yeah. So you go ahead and explain.
It's total role reversal. I mean, there's a reason why the words like player exist. A guy will move from girl to girl, typically, and that's what we've been led to believe. But that's kind of thing now. Like guys, we ain't moving from girl to girl as much. I notice, at least personally, girls are doing it. They'll use us for pleasureful things.
Something that I wouldn't say pisses me off, but something that just really annoys me is that not all girls, like I said, some of these things don't apply to everyone, but something that really does annoy me is that girls will say, "Oh, all guys are the same," or some crap like that. That is a big lie.
Oh,
the truth usually is you just friend zoned the nice guy, and this is how it works. Basically, a badass guy or a mean guy meets a nice girl. The girl gets screwed over, then she becomes all depressed and upset, then either will go after a nice guy and turn him into a jerk, and then the process just starts over and over again, or she'll just meet a jerk and keep going from jerk to jerk to jerk, and then the whole time you're going to be, I wish I want a nice guy, but you just friend zoned him, or friend zoned a bunch of other guys.
That brings up three topics. One, the typical why girls go for the jerks and the bad guys. I've spoken to a lot of my friends that are girls, and they, that's pretty much a talked about topic already. They like it. It's like a thrill. It's a thrill to girls, especially to the less experienced. You want a tough guy. It's just natural to you. But that's a topic for some another day. But another thing is movies, novels, and romance novels, they all look at the girl aspect of what happens when a guy screws over a girl in some way. So society looks at the girl perspective all the freaking time. They give, and it's true. Guys, we'll you can be nasty. You can be nasty, a lot of us. But you girls are not to blame for a lot of shit. I mean, we both have our experiences with we each have a woman in our lives, we're not gonna say names, that have deeply affected us, and they want to cry wolf and say we hurt them, and that might not be the case. We might be hurt more than anyone might ever think, and because the bro code, you don't really express that unless with your really close friends. So we don't, excuse my language, bitch to society and make everyone know about it.
I have a question for the girls. Pat, you mentioned bromance, bro code, that sort of thing. The thing, this is kind of off topic, but it's on the topic of boys and girls. Guys, we're friends. Like, bros are bros no matter what. Girls, like, no offense, but a lot of times you'd be like, yeah, we're best friends, girls. And then the next day you're either talking behind her. You're talking behind her back or saying mean things about it. Like, either you're friends 1 second, then you're harassing each other on the way you look.
I've seen that so many times.
And like I said,
not even funny.
Not every girl, just some.
What we've seen.
More than most. It's worth bringing up. I guess something that kind of applies, it's probably like half and half. I'm not 100% sure, but something that I have picked up over, my years in high school, whatnot, is, for example, this kind of happened to me. I'm not going to use any names, but
Bob.
So I was dating this one girl, and, I have my fair share of female friends, and she had her fair share of male friends, I should say.
English, not Hebrew.
And, I wouldn't care who she talked to. She talked to a bunch of guys. The first second I text a girl, a friend of mine that's a girl, or they text me or whatever, she got mad and pissed off about it. And that's something that annoys me. Like, how come I can't talk to my friends of the opposite sex, but you're over there, talking away like you're in a relationship? That can piss guys off a lot, and that also leads to a lot of arguments, and it's kind of not fair to us because, I'm not saying it can go both ways, guys and girls as well.
I guess my story, like, Andrew over here, before we became close friends, he was, still is kind of more of a womanizer than I was, but, during our senior year this year, that's where most of my experiences came from. I guess my number one story would have to be, again, I'm not going to use any names, but, you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Beginning of our senior year, I got hooked up with this girl, and, not to give a rant on my background and everything, but, she was kind of a relief from a lot of crap that had happened before in the years prior. And because of that, I felt really deeply for her, and I thought it was all great and stuff, and we got really, really, really close. She ended the relationship at a really, really god-awful time. I'm not going to bring up dates because that would be an invasion of privacy, but it was just a really, really bad time. And, it takes a lot of guts for a guy to say, hey, that really, like, kind of broke my heart, that... And such traumatic events, that can change a guy.
I think, not everyone. I know I keep emphasizing. Sometimes girls can really, like, bring down a guy's, like, mental, whatever you want to call it, like, their physical well-being.
Just his whole self-esteem level.
Like, sometimes girls can really just... Maybe they're not thinking right, but they make like a sudden, fast decision to do something. Because I know what he's talking about, and what happened was kind of like an instantaneous, last-minute decision. Like, hey, we're breaking up. And looking back on it, everybody that we knows what happened thought it was a silly thing and whatnot.
Like I said before, either voluntarily or accidentally, whether you're aware of the impacts of your decisions, you girls can really, really F up a guy too. You can change his entire behavior, his outlook on life.
And he might not necessarily show it because guys...
No, that's the thing. We lock things down. And
we don't like to show emotional side to women because, in all honesty, it's kind of like a... Vulnerability. We don't want to make us seem like we're weak. Girls like to see a confident guy that wants to succeed.
It's the typical sex roles.
Basically,
gender roles. If you heard every man has his breaking point.
Mm-hmm.
If you reach that breaking point and you show incredible insensitivity to that, you create a monster. You can honestly create a monster. It took me just about to like a month ago for me personally to get over this event and to like be at peace with it in various ways. Don't make fun of me because I can't give the full details and describe to you, but just take my word for it. I hate to sound weak or anything, but I'll be honest. It really kind of was the traumatic cherry on my high school career. It really was.
Every single guy, every single girl, we all have our own stories and whatnot. It's just trying to relate to everyone else and just trying to get people to understand. For me, I've had more not actual relationships, but I've had more flirting open relationship type things where I get really close to a girl. Basically, we're dating without dating. And I've had several of those, and something would come up, something stupid, and it just gets in the way, and then all of a sudden the girl's just like, sorry, I'm not talking to you anymore, or I went out, and it's a lot of times, not every time, but a lot of times it's over something really, really stupid. And I just think that if, I guess, guys and girls communicated way much better than they are, it would be a lot better, especially for things like breaking up with people. You cannot break up with somebody over text. You just can't. At least do it over the phone. Just not even don't break up over Facebook, Twitter, text, Instagram. It's not even possible.
Even before you get to a breakup level, like you said, communication. I mean, so many problems could be avoided if the girl or the boy simply said, "Hey, this is bothering me."
Yeah, and that's exactly right. The biggest, in my opinion, I think a lot of people would agree, the biggest reason why relationships or marriages end is because of a lack of that communication. And, like you said, if somebody's like, hey, this is bothering me, this is what I want you to do, this is what makes me happy, this is what I don't like, please do whatever you can to fix that. It's not that big of a deal, and you have an agreement, and you can go on. Instead, people just keep things to themselves. Might have some makeup sex in there, but after a while that gets old.
And in all honesty, everybody looks for that perfect girl or guy and that you're complete soulmates with. Unless you're Romeo and Juliet or Dear John and that girl and Dear John, you're not gonna be matched made in heaven. There are gonna be your rough points where you have conflicting interests, and you gotta work on that no matter what. And don't let it discourage you. I mean, just because it sounds like marriage a lot, but the basis of that is in your relationships now, and your habits are now. And just because the road gets rough, doesn't mean you can't work it out. I mean, stick it through, because if you give up, think about now, we might be all young, and who's watching this, they might be freshmen in high school and just starting out. You're young, you're allowed to make mistakes and have a fling for yourself, but think ahead. Don't be an idiot completely. Think ahead. If you're moving from girl to girl, or a girl moving from guy to guy, especially, since this is about girls, what's that going to reflect on in your 20s when you got, a few years under your belt of just being really floaty like that? Then when you get to marriage, start a family, and you still haven't controlled those habits, well, that's why half marriages fail, and, we got a lot of kids whose parents aren't together.
Now, relating to, girls and guys, you mentioned freshmen. To people, if you're watching this and you're 14, 15 years old, even if you're in middle school or something, look.
Preschool.
Yeah. If you have a boyfriend or girlfriend and you think you are so in love and stuff, okay, there are the 0.06% that actually are. But if you are 14 years old, if you're a freshman in high school and you're in a relationship and it happens to break up and you think it's the end of the world, it's really, really, honestly, it's not.
Oh yeah, that's a
honestly, okay, this is for me. When I was in middle school, people would be dating, and I was like, oh, that's so cool.
Yep, you're I
got to high school, realized that middle school relationships were literally the biggest joke in the world. Now, high school relationships, maybe upperclassmen, it's legit and whatnot.
Yeah, there are a few marriages out there, they were high school sweethearts.
Right. Now, basically, the real deal is gonna start in college for us. We're starting college. We don't have any college stories to tell us because we're just not that old. So, sorry about that. But really, it all starts during college because everyone's on the same level. We're all adults. we're mature, and we're just not idiots.
It's definitely a more mature environment, you know. When you're paying like
20 grand a year.
20 grand a year, you know.
You don't have time
I don't see any idiots paying 20 grand to get an education. So it truly is more of an adult atmosphere. But back in the topic, when you're young, and you have these relationships, and you find one that's really, really special, and it ends. Yeah, like you said, the world can't seem like it's ending. You know, take it from us, and I'm sure you've heard from a few other people. If you know older friends or older siblings, you know, I saw this quote, like life. You know, the one thing about life goes on. You know,
it really does until you die.
Yeah. No good. It really does. Just keep on going on, and it's like a train. You know, either you jump on or you miss it. And
there's a gajillion analogies out there. Just whatever one hits close to you.
That doesn't mean like, you know, constantly live life in the fast lane and miss some of the sweeter things in life. You know, you gotta slow down every once in a while. But the big thing, and it's really sad that here I am 18 and I'm just realizing this myself. But if you're younger and you realize it, more power to you. Try not to hold on to these traumatic events and what they do to you. Simply try to learn what you can from it and know its place in your life. What did I learn? Go to your friends. I mean, like really, when relationships fail, nothing's better than your group of friends.
Bros.
But even if it's a girlfriend, one of my best friends, now my roommate, Megan. We've been friends for 3 years. We have had no past relationship. We have done nothing of any physical or intimate nature, and she's my best friend, and I go to her for everything. But your friends. Relationships come and go, but your friends, your true friends, are gonna be there forever.
I would like to give a shout out to all the girls out there that are actually like everything not that we've talked about in
like
this
the
video.
Anti-girl of this.
Like, there are some of you out there that, you know what they're doing, and kudos to you. Cheers for that. There's some people that just have it going good for them.
Well, then
there are those people that literally just need to freaking wake up, accept reality for how it is.
With a bat. Oh, sorry.
The last thing we're going to be talking about in this video, because I know it's getting long, and for those of you that have stuck with us the whole time, you're awesome.
Come on, say that. You can't do this drum roll forever.
Alright. Love triangles. Love triangles are the worst.
Suck.
Especially when it's one girl, two guys, or I guess 2 girls, 1 guy. It's bad if the other person's your best friend.
Threesomes don't work.
Yeah.
Outside the bedroom.
So we'll be honest, we were in a love triangle with another girl, and
sorry, I repressed those memories.
for the longest time we tried to make it like cool between us, like yeah, we'll just share, and then it came to a point where like things got serious.
Feelings
developed. You know, we would turn on each other's backs, kind of hide secrets. Hey. And
some people were assholes. What? I love you.
Pat! I'm just kidding.
I love you.
Oh, I love you too. Anyway, it came a point in time where it just stopped.
It fucking blew.
It
came
just,
to a head, it blew.
It just fell apart, and then I think it like made our friendship better. Like, don't laugh. Okay, maybe it didn't, but we're still here and we're still bros.
Sadly.
Respect the bro code, and don't ever let something, if you're a bro and you're watching this, don't let something ever come in between your best friend, because your friends are there for life. Girls are not always going to be there, but you have your bros, and they're
not until you get married.
Right.
Okay, but
and on that note, don't get married.
Anytime a girl is involved in your life, before something really serious like marriage, well, even then, you know, you keep your friendships. Don't lock down completely with a girl. You know, she can be the most important thing in your life, but she is not the only thing in your life. Nothing will piss your guy friends off more than being whipped by your girl, and she's got you by the cojones.
Alright guys, well it's kind of like the video. I know we kind of got, a little off focus, but nonetheless we're talking about our experience through high school, what we thought would be interesting and useful to give people, especially younger than us, but then again these lessons are kind of like, for everyone. They apply to people of all ages. So I want to know what you guys think.
Yeah. They might apply to you, they may not. Just take it as it is. It's like I said, it's just two perspectives, and life is full of millions of people, million different perspectives.
Billions of people,
Billions.
and there's just two of us sitting right here in front of this camera. So guys, like I said, I want to know what you think. If you like this video, I'd appreciate a like. I know it was long, but for those of you who have stuck with, I don't even know how long this is, thank you for that. And please, suggestions down below.
Oh yeah. If you like, if you want us, to make another video on a certain topic, he does YouTube. I really don't. So send him comments or suggestions. Whatever. I don't know what you guys do. And about like what you guys want us to talk about. We might be young, but
we're not idiots.
We're not idiots. We can honestly say we've been around the block.
We've been through a lot.
A little bit. So and we can give our 2 cents, and even adults, if you guys are watching this, maybe get a fresher perspective of what your teen kids might be going through, and we have the balls and the guts to say what they might not want to say to you, or because just for whatever reason.
So guys, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.
I like men.